Living on fruits, what to eat as a fruitarian to thrive and to have perfect health. Don't make any mistakes on your raw food diet. Learn how to properly nourish you to avoid pitfalls and damage to your health. Do you want to know more about fasting and how to live a healthful life, or even raw vegan recipes? Hygienic Fasting, Nature Surgery, and the book Natural Delicacies, Cooking Without a Stove are available on Amazon, and Hygienic Fasting is actually available on print on demand, so you can receive it at your home. But I also have 8 books published, 6 online courses, retreats here in Brazil, and I attend patients online in private sessions. Unfortunately, all the other books and the online courses are still only available in Portuguese. But if you want my help as a nutritionist, or even if you want to come to a retreat in Brazil, just sign up. The contact will be on the website and in the links below. And please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button for notifications, comment, share the video. If you do all those, you are going to help the channel to grow. And if we grow, you grow together, getting more vital, life-changing information so you can help yourself and others to make this a more healthy and better planet for all of us. Hi, this is Dr. Corassa, clinical nutritionist from Brazil that have been living almost for 20 years on fruits and vegetables, primarily on a raw food diet, on what a lot of people call a fruitarian diet, but that is not a fruitarian diet. This is actually a frugivore diet, a diet that is raw food and primarily based on fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. But it doesn't exclude everything else, as we're going to talk in the rest of the video. So stay until the end to avoid pitfalls and mistakes that a lot of people do, like some radical vegans or fruitarians that have actually damaged their health for their babies, or even died like Xanadat recently, like a year or two ago, and hit the news. So, in a raw food diet, what do we eat? We can eat any food that is raw. We need to understand that when we don't cook it, we don't season it, we don't change the appearance of it, it's way harder to eat things that we are not biologically adapted to. Can you eat meat? Yes, for sure. But who does eat meat directly from the source? Who kills a rabbit with their hands and eat it with gusto? Like the blood dripping out with the bones and the brain, the lymph, the intestines. Who eats the entire habit? Nobody, right? People that kills meat, they cut the flesh, they season it, they throw in the pan or in the barbecue. They do a lot of stuff with the meat. So for sure, you can eat a lot of stuff raw, but we are more biologically adapted to fruits and vegetables. Why? Because we are anthropoid primates. So the opposable thumbs, the capacity to see color, and the capacity to sense the sweet taste are obvious indications that we are meant to be eating fruits and vegetables primarily. That means exclusively? No. If you try to live on a fruitarian diet, that means only fruit, you are probably going malnourished and maybe even die from it. So I'm not suggesting a natural hygiene. This concept of lifestyle medicine created 200 years ago in America is not suggesting people to live on fruits only or fruits and vegetables only. We need different food items to be properly nourished. But for sure, like the anthropoid primates, like the bonobos, the gorilla, the chimps, they eat primarily fruits and vegetables like frugivore animals, the definition of biology for animals that need to live primarily on fruits and vegetables. So, what do I eat as a raw fooder? I eat a lot of fruits, and usually at dinner, I eat huge salads, maybe with mushrooms, with nuts and seeds or some source of fat. I can eat algae. I can eat legumes, for example, like fresh peas, fresh peanuts, fresh chickpeas. I can eat a lot of stuff raw, but for sure, the bulk of my diet comes from fruits and vegetables. So let's understand the classification before we talk about it. So if you think about a raw food pyramid, fruits and the sweet fruits would be in the bottom of the pyramid. the highest amount of it. I will ask Murilo to put a raw food pyramid that I created here. But, so what that would be? Bananas, mangoes, sapotes, papaya, jackfruit, pineapple, even melons. Yes, melons can be classified as rich in water, but they still are sweet fruits, okay? If we don't get into food combination details, you can watch the food combination class here in the channel. I'll put the link on the description, or you can search the channel to understand a little bit more about details on food combining. But if we classify all fruits as sweet and non-sweet, so we exclude only on this bottom of the pyramid, the tomato, the bell pepper, the cucumber, right? So we put all the sweet fruits on the bottom. Grapes, oranges, tangerines, nectarines, durians, mamey, sapote, any kind of fruit that we eat like a fruit with our hands and it's sweet, it's a sweet fruit. So it's the basis of the bulk of our diet because we highly need carbohydrates. Our 3 trillions of cells run on carbohydrates. So the carbohydrates on fruits are the best sources, not just of simple sugars that are not refined, because a lot of people talk about simple sugars, but they are refined simple sugars. The refined wheat, the refined cassava, and all these grains that are made into flour that are really poor in micronutrients but have simple sugars. So I'm talking about whole simple sugars, not refined simple sugars. And this is best achieved with fruits and vegetables. The middle part of this pyramid would be vegetables and low starchy vegetables. That means the tender greens, for example, like lettuce and celery or spinach or cilantro, coriander. The cruciferous vegetables as cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli. The fruit vegetables like the cucumber, the tomato, the eggplant, and the others low starchy carbohydrates that would be corn, carrots, beets. All these can be consumed and should be consumed because in a frugivore diet, you need a lot of fruits, but you need a lot of vegetables. And don't make the mistake of thinking corn is actually a vegetable that you really need. First of all, you need the leafy greens, the cruciferous vegetables, and the fruit vegetables. That are the main staple of vegetables for us. But for sure, including some corn, some beets, some carrots, it's highly suggested, and also to include some fresh peas or some fresh legumes like beans, for example. I eat beans out of my garden. Not every bean can be eaten raw, or else you can really get sick and feel bad. So be careful. Don't try to eat any kind of legumes raw, and even more the dried ones. You can hurt yourself, right? So there are some that you can sprout, and we're going to talk about sprouting. So try to understand this. At dinner, I eat at least 500 grams of salads, like a red of lettuce with some chives, coriander, cilantro, parsley, tomato, cucumber, maybe an avocado, But I do also believe that we still need a smaller amount of the other foods. Like Douglas Graham once said, overt fats, like nuts, seeds, avocados, coconut pulp, and the other foods that a lot of hygienists don't talk about it, I believe we should include, at least in small portions. So in the last part of the pyramid, a really small amount in terms of volume should come from nuts and seeds, avocado and coconut pulp, and also weeds, seaweeds, like those, nori, wakame, kombu, there's several ones that you can use. And also mushrooms. Mushrooms are really good nutrition and also tasty. So you can use legumes, fresh legumes, you can use seaweeds, you can use mushrooms. And if you are a vegan, you have to worry about B12 supplementation and maybe even other nutrients that go low. If you are not a vegan and don't worry about it, for sure, I think you should worry about the animals, the planet. But if you want to eat some animal products, I really highly suggest you to eat small amounts. So that would be a raw food pyramid. If it's a vegan or if it's non-vegan, still the raw food pyramid goes the same way. In the bottom part would also go B12 supplementation or a small amount of animal products, because even chimps, they eat rarely once a month meat, but they do eat it. And the other primates don't eat meat, but they rarely can eat some insects. So if you don't want to eat meat or insects, raw, like they do eat, you should consider a B12 supplement. So you don't know how to implement a raw food diet, you are lost, you need clinical help, you need professional help, I can do it. I have been doing and studying nutrition and a raw plant-based diet for almost 20 years. And I have been helping patients for almost 10 years now to implement, to adopt a raw food diet or plant-based diet, or to just at least improve their diets with nutritional knowledge and the practical application. I have the experience to help you out with these. So these are the basic food groups: fruits, the three kinds of vegetables, fruit vegetables, cruciferous vegetables, tender vegetables, seaweeds, low starchy vegetables, mushrooms, nuts and seeds, and anything else you want to include if you want to include. I don't include practically any supplements beside B12 in my regime for the last 20 years. So I have been living on these, and this nourishes me enough to be my best version. So comment below, give it a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe and hit the bell button for notification. And also, if you want my help as a clinical nutritionist, just send a message in the link below for a consultation for the 10 books I have published, 2 already available on Amazon. The new one, The Diet of Eating, almost to be released on Amazon as well. And also, there is 6 online courses in Portuguese. I run retreats here in Brazil in my property every January, February, and July. It will be a pleasure to help you. Health is produced by healthful living, and want to eat this variety of colors, tastes, and textures? Come to Brazil to master a raw food diet. Did you like the podcast? What other subjects would you want to view here? Do you want to know more about? Please comment below. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications. And if you want to help our work and help yourself, 2 of my 10 books are already translated and published in English on Amazon. And Hygienic Fasting Nature Surgery is actually available print on demand also. And Natural Delicacies, Cooking Without a Stove, it's on Kindle. So if you want my help, the link below for the website and for the WhatsApp contact, you can get a consultation, retreats, online courses, and read all the books. It's life-changing information for the most updated lifestyle medicine information out there in the planet. Hope I can help, and don't forget to click these videos to know more.